Welcome to my channel. Reading English should make you feel excited, not confused. One difficult page can make you feel like giving up, but the right story can change everything. Today, you will learn English through the famous adventure around the world in 80 days. Every lesson will teach you easy words, simple sentences, and real English you can use in daily life. Stay with me until the end because this journey may change the way you learn English forever. Comment below, what is the biggest problem you face when reading English stories? Lesson 1. A bet that changed everything. London was a busy city. Many people walked through its streets every day. In this city lived a man named Phileas Fogg. He was rich, quiet, and very careful with time. Every day he followed the same routine. He woke up at the same time. He ate at the same time. He left home at the same time. He visited the Reform Club every evening. People respected him, but they did not know much about his life. They thought he was different because he always stayed calm. There is a good lesson here for your English journey. You do not need to study all day. Just a little practice every day can make a big difference. Reading one page every day is better than reading many pages only once a month. Small steps become big success. This is how real progress happens. One day, Mr. Fogg hired a new servant. His name was Passepartout. He came from France. He wanted a quiet and simple job. He believed Mr. Fogg lived a peaceful life. He thought every day would be the same. He smiled because he felt lucky. He did not know that his life was about to change. Sometimes one small decision changes everything. The same thing can happen with English. One story can teach you many new words. One lesson can give you more confidence. One good habit can help you speak better. Never think that small progress is not important. Every fluent speaker started with simple words. That evening, Mr. Fogg went to the Reform Club. It was a place where gentlemen met to read newspapers and talk about the news. On that day, everyone was talking about travel. A newspaper said that a person could travel around the world in only 80 days. Some men laughed. They said it was impossible. They believed something would always go wrong. A train could be late. A ship could stop because of bad weather. They did not believe anyone could finish such a long journey on time. Mr. Fogg listened quietly. Then he spoke. He said the journey was possible. Everyone looked at him with surprise. They asked if he really believed it. He said yes. He trusted good planning. He trusted time. He believed that every minute was important. This is another lesson for your English learning. Some people may tell you that English is too difficult. They may say you cannot become fluent. Do not believe those words. Every person who speaks English well was once a beginner. They also made mistakes. They also forgot words. They became better because they did not stop. The discussion became more exciting. One man challenged Mr. Fogg. Then something surprising happened. Mr. Fogg made a big bet. He promised that he would travel around the world in exactly 80 days. If he failed, he would lose a lot of money. If he succeeded, he would win the bet. The room became very quiet. Nobody expected such a bold decision. Passepartout was shocked when he heard the news. He had just started his new job. Now he had to leave London at once. He felt nervous, but he packed the bags quickly. Mr. Fogg never wasted time. When he made a decision, he acted immediately. This is a great habit for English learners. Do not wait for the perfect day. Do not wait for the perfect book. Start today. Read one page. Learn a few new words. Speak one simple sentence. Small actions every day will give you big results in the future. Mr. Fogg checked his watch. Everything was ready. The train was waiting. A long journey was about to begin. He did not know what problems were waiting for him. He did not know who he would meet, but he moved forward with confidence. Your English journey starts the same way. One lesson may seem small today. One story may seem easy today. But if you keep going, those small lessons will build your confidence. One day, you will read English without fear. One day, you will speak with confidence. Every great journey begins with one small step, and today you have taken that first step. Lesson 2. The journey begins. Mr. Fogg and Passepartout reached the railway station without wasting a single minute. The train was ready to leave. Mr. Fogg looked at his watch one more time. Everything was going according to his plan. Passepartout carried the bags and looked around with excitement. This was the beginning of a journey that people thought was impossible. They were leaving London with one goal. They had to travel around the world in only 80 days. The train started to move. Slowly, London disappeared behind them. Passepartout looked out of the window. He saw green fields, small villages, rivers, and beautiful houses. Everything looked fresh and different. He wanted to see more and more. Mr. Fogg stayed calm as always. He quietly read his travel notes and checked the time. He knew that every minute was important. There is a simple lesson here for your English learning. Do not rush. Learn one step at a time. You do not need to know thousands of words today. Learn a few useful words every day. Read one page every day. Listen to simple English every day. Small practice brings big results. Your English becomes stronger little by little. After some time, they crossed the sea on a ship. The weather was good, and the sea was calm. Passepartout enjoyed watching the water. He saw large ships, small boats, and busy ports. Everything was new for him. Every place taught him something different. Now you can learn some useful English words from the story. A train takes people from one city to another on railway tracks. A station is the place where trains stop. A ticket allows you to travel. A ship travels across the sea. A port is where ships arrive and leave. Luggage means the bags you carry. A passport is the document you need to visit another country. These are easy words that people use in real life. Because they are part of the story, they are easier to remember. You do not need to stop after every new word. Keep reading. Try to understand the whole idea. If you understand most of the story, you are doing well. Many beginners think they must know every word before they can continue. That is not true. Even good English speakers sometimes read words they do not know. They keep reading because they know the meaning will become clear. The journey continued. They reached Egypt. The streets were busy with people from many countries. The markets were full of food, clothes, and many interesting things. Passepartout looked around with a smile. He listened carefully to the people. He noticed that everyone spoke differently. Some spoke fast. Some spoke slowly. Still, people found ways to understand each other. This is another useful lesson. Good English is not about speaking fast. Good English is about speaking clearly. Use simple words. Speak slowly. Say each sentence with confidence. You do not need perfect grammar to start speaking. The most important thing is to practice every day. Mr. Fogg never forgot his schedule. He always knew the time of the next train and the next ship. He planned every part of the journey carefully. This habit helped him save time. Good planning can also help you learn English. Choose a fixed time every day. It can be 10 minutes or 20 minutes. Read a story. Learn a few new words. Speak them aloud. When you study every day, learning becomes easier. Soon it was time to travel to India. Everything looked perfect. Passepartout believed the hardest part was already over. He smiled and felt relaxed. Mr. Fogg stayed quiet because he knew that long journeys often bring unexpected problems. Then surprising news arrived. The railway was not finished. The train could not go any farther. The road ahead was closed. Time was running out, and their careful plan was now in danger. Passepartout became worried. He looked at Mr. Fogg, waiting for an answer. Mr. Fogg did not become angry. He did not complain. He simply started thinking about another way to continue the journey. Calm people often find the best solutions. Your English journey will also have difficult days. Some lessons will feel easy. Some lessons will feel hard. You may forget words. You may make mistakes while speaking. Do not stop because of one problem. Keep reading, keep listening, keep speaking. Every small step takes you closer to your goal. The adventure was becoming more exciting. A new path was waiting for them, and it was unlike anything Passepartout had ever seen. Lesson 3. A brave rescue in India. Mr. Fogg and Passepartout stood near the end of the railway. The train could not go any farther. The journey stopped, but the race did not. Every hour was important. Passepartout looked worried. He thought they might lose the bet. Mr. Fogg stayed calm. He did not complain. He looked around and searched for another way to travel. He believed that every problem has a solution if you stay calm and keep thinking. After a short time, they met a guide. The guide told them there was one way to continue. They could travel through the forest on an elephant. Passepartout was surprised. He had never ridden an elephant before. It sounded strange, but there was no better choice. Mr. Fogg agreed at once. They bought a strong elephant and started moving through the forest. The elephant walked slowly, but it never stopped. Tall trees stood on both sides of the path. Birds sang in the branches. The air was fresh and cool. Passepartout looked at everything with great interest. Every part of the journey was different from London. Every new place showed him something he had never seen before. This part of the story teaches a simple lesson. Sometimes your first plan does not work. That does not mean you should give up. Find another way and keep moving. English learning is the same. One book may feel difficult. Try another book. One lesson may confuse you. Read it again tomorrow. Every problem has a solution if you do not stop. Now learn some useful words from the story. An elephant is a very large animal. A forest is a place with many trees. A guide is a person who shows the way. A path is a small road. A journey means traveling from one place to another. A bridge helps people cross a river. These are easy words, and the story helps you remember them naturally. As they traveled deeper into the forest, the guide suddenly stopped. He heard voices in the distance. Everyone stayed quiet. They walked a little closer and looked carefully. A large group of people was standing near an old temple. In the middle of the crowd was a young woman named Aouda. She looked afraid. She needed help. The guide explained the situation. Aouda was in great danger. Passepartout felt sad when he heard the story. He wanted to help her. The guide warned them that it would be risky. There were many people around the temple. One mistake could cause serious trouble. Mr. Fogg thought quietly for a few moments. Then he made a brave decision. He said they would save Aouda. The bet was important, but a human life was more important. That decision showed his true character. A kind heart is worth more than money. There is another lesson for your English journey. Learning English is not only about grammar and vocabulary, it is also about understanding people, showing kindness, and building confidence. Every story teaches language, but it also teaches life. During the night, they made a careful plan. Everyone stayed patient. They waited for the right moment. Then they moved quickly. Their plan worked. They rescued Aouda and safely left the temple. She thanked them with tears in her eyes. She could not believe that strangers had risked their lives to save her. Passepartout smiled with happiness. He felt proud of Mr. Fogg. The journey had become much more than a race around the world. It had become a journey of courage, kindness, and hope. This is also a good time to practice simple English. Read short sentences aloud. Repeat them 2 or 3 times. Listen to your own voice. Do not worry if your pronunciation is not perfect. Every time you speak, you become a little better. Confidence grows through practice, not through waiting. The next morning, they continued their journey with Aouda. They were happy, but they did not know that someone was secretly watching them. Detective Fix was still following Mr. Fogg. He believed Mr. Fogg had stolen money from a bank in London. He wanted to arrest him, but he was still waiting for the right time. The adventure was becoming more dangerous. The race was not only against time anymore. A hidden mystery was now traveling with them wherever they went. Lesson 4. A Mystery Across Asia. Mr. Fogg, Passepartout, and Aouda continued their journey. They left India and traveled toward Hong Kong. The trip was long, but they did not lose hope. Every day brought a new place. Every city looked different. They saw busy streets, beautiful buildings, and people from many countries. Passepartout looked around with great interest. He wanted to learn something new everywhere he went. Mr. Fogg stayed calm as always. He followed his travel plan very carefully. He checked the time again and again. He knew that even a small delay could become a big problem. Aouda watched him with respect. She could see that he never gave up, even when the journey became difficult. This is also a good lesson for learning English. Some days you will learn many new words. Other days you may learn only a few. That is perfectly fine. Keep moving forward. Small progress every day is better than no progress at all. Do not compare yourself with other people. Your only goal is to become better than yesterday. Someone else was also traveling on the same road. Detective Fix followed them quietly. He still believed that Mr. Fogg was the bank robber from London. He wanted to arrest him, but he was still waiting for an official order. Until then, he decided to stay close and watch every move. Now learn a few useful English words from the story. A detective is a person who investigates crimes. Follow means to go behind someone. A clue is something that helps solve a mystery. A question is something you ask to get information. An answer is the reply. A truth is something that is real. These are simple words that you will often see in books and hear in conversations. When they reached Hong Kong, Detective Fix secretly spoke to Passepartout. He acted like a kind person. He smiled and asked friendly questions. Passepartout did not know that Fix had another plan. Sometimes people are not honest. They may smile, but they may still hide the truth. This is why careful listening is important. Listening is also one of the best ways to improve your English. Listen to simple stories. Listen to short conversations. Do not worry if you miss a few words. Try to understand the main idea first. The more you listen, the easier English becomes. Soon, another problem appeared. Passepartout became separated from Mr. Fogg and Aouda. He searched everywhere, but he could not find them. The streets were crowded. Many ships were leaving the port. He called their names again and again, but nobody answered. Passepartout felt afraid for the first time during the journey. He was alone in a new city. Still, he did not lose hope. He kept looking. He believed he would meet Mr. Fogg again. This teaches another important lesson. Difficult times do not last forever. Stay calm and keep trying. Every problem has an answer if you do not give up. While searching for his friends, Passepartout reached Japan. He had very little money. To earn some money, he found a small job with a group of performers. It was not the job he wanted, but it helped him continue. He never forgot his real goal. He wanted to find Mr. Fogg and finish the journey together. Your English journey is very similar. Sometimes you may feel slow, sometimes you may make mistakes. That does not mean you're moving backward. Every page you read, every word you learn, and every sentence you speak brings you closer to success. Never stop because of one difficult day. Here are a few useful daily expressions. Excuse me is a polite way to speak to someone. Where is the station helps you ask for directions. Thank you shows good manners. Please help me is useful when you need support. I'm looking for my friend is a sentence you can use while traveling. Practice these sentences aloud. Speak slowly and clearly. Repeating simple English every day will make your speaking stronger. After some time, good luck finally returned. Mr. Fogg found Passepartout again. Aouda was happy to see him safe. The three travelers continued their journey together. They had lost some time, but they had not lost their courage. Far behind them, Detective Fix smiled quietly. He was still following them. He believed the right moment was coming. The race around the world was becoming more exciting, and an even bigger challenge was waiting across the ocean. Lesson 5. A new world, new challenges. Mr. Fogg, Passepartout, and Aouda left Japan and boarded a large ship. Their next stop was America. The sea was wide and peaceful. The ship moved day and night. Some days the weather was bright and sunny. Other days, strong wind made the sea rough. Still, the travelers stayed hopeful. Every day brought them closer to home. Passepartout enjoyed walking around the ship. He watched the sailors do their work. He looked at the waves and the birds flying over the sea. Everything around him was new. Aouda also enjoyed the journey. She felt safe with Mr. Fogg because he stayed calm in every situation. No matter what happened, he always thought carefully before making a decision. There is another lesson for your English learning. Stay calm when you find difficult words. You do not need to stop reading. Keep going. Many words become easy when you see them again in the story. Reading every day is one of the best ways to improve your English. Even 10 minutes of reading can help you learn something new. After several days, the ship reached America. Passepartout was excited to see a new country. The streets were full of people. Horses pulled wagons through the roads. Shops were busy, and trains carried people across the country. It was a place full of life and movement. Now learn some useful English words from the story. A ship travels on water. A captain leads the ship. An ocean is a very large sea. A station is where trains stop. A bridge helps people cross a river. A hotel is a place where travelers sleep. A street is a road in a town or city. These are common words that you can use in everyday English. Mr. Fogg quickly bought train tickets because time was very important. The long train journey across America began. The train moved through large fields, high mountains, and beautiful rivers. Passepartout looked out of the window with a smile. Every place looked different. He felt like he was seeing a new world. This is a good way to learn English. When you read a story, try to notice simple sentences. Read them again. Then speak them aloud. You do not need to speak fast. Speak slowly and clearly. One correct sentence is better than 10 sentences that you cannot remember. As the train moved forward, something unexpected happened. The train suddenly stopped. There was a problem on the railway. Everyone became worried. Some passengers looked out of the windows. Others asked questions. Nobody knew how long they would have to wait. Passepartout felt nervous. Every delay made the bet more difficult. He looked at Mr. Fogg, but Mr. Fogg remained calm. He never wasted time worrying about things he could not change. He only thought about the next step. This teaches a powerful lesson. Some days your English will improve quickly. Other days it may feel slow. That is normal. Do not lose confidence because of one difficult day. Learning takes time. Every lesson you finish makes you stronger than before. Soon the journey continued. Everyone felt happy again. The train moved across the wide land of America. Mr. Fogg looked at his watch and quietly calculated the remaining time. He knew the race was becoming harder with every passing hour. Passepartout also changed during the journey. At the beginning, he worried about every problem. Now he had learned to stay stronger. He trusted Mr. Fogg and believed they would find a way. Good habits had made him more confident. Your English journey works the same way. At first, you may feel afraid to read or speak. After some practice, you begin to believe in yourself. Every story you finish gives you more confidence. Every new word becomes another step toward fluency. The train continued across America, but another danger was waiting ahead. This time, it was much bigger than a late train or a missed ship. Their courage was about to face its greatest test, and every minute was becoming more valuable than ever. Lesson 6: The Race Against Time. The train moved quickly across America. Mr. Fogg, Passepartout, and Aouda hoped everything would go as planned. They had already traveled through many countries. They had crossed rivers, forests, mountains, and oceans. Now they were getting closer to the end of their journey. But the race was becoming harder every day. One afternoon, the train suddenly stopped. The passengers looked outside. There was no bridge across the river. Everyone became silent. Some people thought they would have to wait for many hours. Others believed they would miss their next train. Time was slipping away. Passepartout became worried. He knew every minute was important. He looked at Mr. Fogg, expecting him to become angry. But Mr. Fogg stayed calm. He listened carefully and thought about the problem. A calm mind often finds the best answer. After talking with the railway workers, a plan was made. The train slowly moved forward and safely crossed the damaged bridge. Everyone held their breath. It was a dangerous moment, but they reached the other side without any harm. The passengers smiled with relief. Passepartout felt happy again. Once more, Mr. Fogg had found a way to keep the journey moving. There is a good lesson here for your English learning. Some lessons will be difficult. Some grammar rules may confuse you. Some stories may take more time to understand. Stay calm. Read again. Listen again. Practice again. Every problem becomes smaller when you refuse to give up. Now learn a few useful English words. A bridge helps people cross a river. A river is a large stream of water. A passenger is a person traveling in a bus, train, or ship. A driver controls a vehicle. A plan is something you decide before you act. A problem is something that needs a solution. These are common words that you can use in daily English. The journey continued, but another surprise was waiting. A group of robbers attacked the train. The passengers became frightened. Some people hid inside the train. Others shouted for help. It was a scary moment. Passepartout did not run away. He wanted to protect the people around him. He showed great courage. Mr. Fogg also stayed brave. He thought about how to keep everyone safe. Brave people do not stop feeling fear. They simply do not let fear control them. This part of the story also teaches an important lesson. Confidence grows when you face your fears. Many people are afraid to speak English because they worry about making mistakes. The only way to become confident is to keep speaking. Every mistake teaches you something new. Every sentence makes you a better speaker. After some time, the danger ended, and the train continued its journey. Everyone felt thankful to be safe. Mr. Fogg looked at his watch again. He knew they had lost more time. Still, he did not lose hope. He believed the journey was not over until the final day. Passepartout learned something important during the trip. At the beginning, he believed every problem was the end. Now he understood that every problem could be solved with patience and clear thinking. He became stronger because of every challenge he faced. Your English journey is the same. You will face difficult words. You will forget new vocabulary. You will make mistakes while speaking. That is part of learning. Keep reading simple stories. Keep listening to easy English. Keep speaking every day. One day, You will notice that the sentences which once looked difficult have become easy. The train finally reached its next stop. Mr. Fogg, Passepartout, and Ouda quickly continued their journey. They were getting closer to London, but time was running out. Every hour mattered. Every minute counted. Far behind them, Detective Fix was still watching. He believed the end of the journey was near. He was ready to make his move. Nobody knew that one final surprise was waiting, and it would change everything before the race was over. Lesson 7, The Biggest Surprise. Mr. Fogg, Passepartout, and Ouda finally reached England. They were tired, but they were happy to be home. The long journey around the world was almost over. They had traveled across many countries. They had crossed oceans, forests, mountains, and busy cities. They had faced many problems, but they never gave up. As soon as they arrived, Detective Fix walked toward Mr. Fogg. He finally had the legal order that he had been waiting for. He arrested Mr. Fogg because he still believed he was the bank robber from London. Passepartout could not believe what was happening. Ouda was shocked. Mr. Fogg stayed calm, even at that difficult moment. A short time later, the truth came out. The real bank robber had already been caught in another country. Mr. Fogg was completely innocent. Detective Fix had made a big mistake. He felt sorry for what he had done, but the lost time could not be returned. This part of the story teaches an important lesson. Sometimes people judge others before they know the truth. That can cause many problems. In English learning, do not judge yourself too quickly. One mistake does not mean you're a poor learner. One difficult lesson does not mean you cannot become fluent. Give yourself time to improve. Now learn some useful English words. Arrest means to take someone because of the law. Innocent means a person who has done nothing wrong. Mistake means something done incorrectly. Truth means what is real. Freedom means not being controlled by others. Justice means treating people fairly. These are useful words that often appear in stories, news, and everyday conversations. After Mr. Fogg was free, he quickly went home. He checked the date and the time. His heart became heavy. He believed he had lost the bet. He thought he had arrived too late. The 80 days were over, or at least that was what he believed. Passepartout felt very sad. He remembered every part of their journey. He remembered the long train rides, the ships, the elephant, the rescue of Ouda, and all the dangers they had faced together. They had worked so hard. Now it seemed that everything had ended in failure. Ouda looked at Mr. Fogg with kindness. She thanked him for saving her life. She told him that money was not the greatest success. His courage, honesty, and kind heart were much more valuable. Her words brought peace to Mr. Fogg. Even after losing the bet, he had gained something much greater. He had found a true friend who cared about him. There is another lesson here for your English journey. Do not measure your success only by test scores or perfect grammar. Real success is the confidence to read a story, understand new ideas, and speak without fear. Every page you finish is a victory. Every new word is a step forward. Here are a few useful expressions for daily English. I was wrong is used when you accept a mistake. I understand now shows that something has become clear. Do not worry helps someone feel better. Everything will be fine gives hope. Thank you for your help shows respect and kindness. Practice these simple sentences every day. They are easy to remember and useful in many situations. That evening, Passepartout suddenly noticed something important. He looked at the calendar again and again. Then a big smile appeared on his face. He realized that everyone had forgotten one small detail during the journey around the world. He ran as fast as he could to find Mr. Fogg. His heart was beating quickly. He had wonderful news to share. One small discovery was about to change everything. The race was not over yet, and the greatest surprise of the entire journey was waiting just ahead. Lesson 8: The Secret of Success. Passepartout ran to Mr. Fogg as fast as he could. He was smiling, but he could hardly speak because he was so excited. He finally said that they had made a small mistake. While traveling around the world from east to west, they had gained one extra day. They believed it was Sunday, but it was really Saturday. Mr. Fogg listened carefully. He looked at the calendar, checked his watch, and quickly understood the truth. He still had time to win the bet. Mr. Fogg did not waste a single second. He hurried to the Reform Club. The members were already waiting. Some believed he would never return. Others thought he had lost the bet. The room became quiet when the door opened. Mr. Fogg walked inside calmly. He had arrived on time. Everyone looked at him with surprise. He had completed the journey around the world in exactly 80 days. He had won the bet. The people at the club could not believe their eyes. They stood in silence for a few moments. Then they smiled and congratulated Mr. Fogg. They knew they had seen something very special. It was not only a great journey, it was also a story of courage, patience, and never giving up. There is a beautiful lesson here for your English learning. Sometimes you may think you are making no progress. You may feel that your English is still weak. But if you practice every day, you are moving forward even when you cannot see it. One day you will surprise yourself. You will read faster. You will understand more. You will speak with greater confidence. Success often comes quietly after many days of practice. Now learn a few useful English words. Success means reaching your goal. Victory means winning. Journey means traveling from one place to another. Confidence means believing in yourself. Practice means doing something again and again to become better. Goal means something you want to achieve. These are powerful words. Use them often and they will become part of your everyday English. Mr. Fogg won the bet, but money was not his greatest reward. During the journey, he had found true friendship. He had helped people without asking for anything in return. He had stayed honest in every difficult situation. He had also found love. Aouda thanked him once again for saving her life. They decided to stay together, and their new life began with happiness and hope. Passepartout was also very happy. He had started the journey as a man who worried about every small problem. Now he was stronger and more confident. He had learned that courage grows when you keep moving forward. He had learned that every challenge teaches something valuable. The journey had changed his life forever. Your English journey can change your life too. Do not wait until you know every grammar rule. Do not wait until your vocabulary becomes perfect. Start with simple stories. Read a little every day. Listen to easy English. Speak simple sentences aloud. Every small habit will make you stronger. After a few weeks, you will notice a difference. After a few months, your confidence will be much higher. Keep going, even on the days when learning feels slow. Before we finish, take a moment to remember what this story has taught you. Stay calm when problems appear. Never give up after one mistake. Learn new words through stories. Practice every day. Speak with confidence. Be kind to others. Believe in yourself. These simple habits will help you not only in English but also in life. Thank you for joining this wonderful journey around the world. You did not only follow the adventure of Phileas Fogg, you also took another step toward better English. Every lesson you complete brings you closer to your dream. Keep reading, keep learning, keep believing. Your journey has only just begun. If you enjoyed this story and learned something new today, please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more easy English stories. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new lesson. Comment below and tell me one new word or one life lesson you learned from around the world in 80 days. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.